It says we're live.
What? Live?
I hit it. We're on the tweeters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look at that.
And we're on the Facebooks. All right. And you answered my question whether or not we got sound. So
we have sound.
Welcome to Vlog Thursday live edition.
Oh, my
unedited.
Goodness. Oh, this could go poorly.
This could go wonderfully. I know what I wanted to title it, but instead I titled it.
We just had to cut a little bit of it out. That's all.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, you know the meme. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Yeah. Good old Bill O'Reilly from way back in his.
Did I turn my phone off? I don't remember.
Was that Current Affair or something? Whatever that show was he was on.
Yeah, I don't know. If you haven't
seen it,
if you haven't seen it,
have, do yourself a favor.
Do the video. We're doing it live. So let's. There's all the things we didn't talk about, and now we can't edit them out. So let's see. Where do we want to start? We actually, because I had to title it first. We don't have our usual intro of what's the episode number.
Right, we had to know already, and it was 62.
It is 62.
62, yeah, 62. See, I still didn't remember.
Yes, shout out for the YouTube folks. Yes, for sure. We are. I'm going to try to look down and reply to people that may message us. So awesome. So Vlog Thursday live, and it is titled "Baby Swing Takes Out Server." We're going to get to that.
That's not clickbait, people. That's happened.
That happened. This is the fun about small business and things like that. Anyways, we had Dan on last week, so a lot of it was centered around that, and we really still, if Dan's watching, we did not get an invite yet. We know he's been very busy to tour Genomenon, but we definitely would love to go over there. That definitely sounds pretty cool. Yeah. Business-wise, though, something that we kind of talked about, but the processes in work, we did that big bid a while ago, and I want to really, this has been a fun opportunity because now we have a lot more followers on YouTube, and we're just kind of figuring out how we want to share things, and we want to share everything, of course, as much as we can. So one of the other things that we're going to talk about is, like, we did the bid. We talked about the bid process. We have the bidding video. I've talked about wiring bids, but we're actually going to take you through the whole process now. So the status first, how did we get the client? Remember the meeting at Joe's? If you watched, that was like 4 episodes ago now, 4 weeks, 5 weeks ago. Yeah. Anyways, it's the Joe's Hamburgers Vlog Thursday. We talked about our dancing and singing. Well, Marv's dancing and singing, the shtick. Yes, how we get clients. So this is how we get clients. He's sing and dance. We met some people. We talked to some people. We came out and did a quote for a thing someone had going on, the scale and scope of which we don't know. And this is always the tricky part about sales. Lots of people have a thing, and sometimes that thing is something really minor. They want you to fix something at their house. Other times that thing can be a large project. Yeah. And that's what this one was, a larger one. That's a very complex bid that's a lot of hours and a lot of dollars are going into this, and it got approved. And so we got to take you through the start of it. This is how we got the clients. We're taking you through the next step. This is the bid back and forth. Yeah, how we did the bid. And someone asked if we had a template for it. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a video about some of that, but there's not a lot to see. It's just costing sheets of, okay, they needed this much cabling, this much wiring, this many cameras. Yeah. And we have a markup on those things of roughly 30% on all that stuff. So there's not a secret.
It literally is a Google sheet.
Yeah.
That has the stuff in it. We know what the prices are of the things and how many do they need? And
yeah, it's not, there's not a lot to it. Maybe I'll have a blurred out version. I'll get a detail and share with you guys. There's nothing about it that you can't do yourself. I mean, there's no secret formula to this. I think that's what intimidates a lot of people about starting business and getting into business and bidding into business. They're like, how do I do it all? And take a deep breath, and it's not as hard as you might think. I figured it out.
Anybody can do it.
Someone says I'm going to make them drop a server rack.
Yeah, I saw that. Our buddy Tim from Bizarre Marketing.
Yeah. He's on there too. Awesome.
He said my name. Oh, yes. That is inappropriate, Tim.
Anyways. So, yes, I can create a fake one. I do some of that. I'm going to walk you through that. So I have another video I'm going to do called, like some shorter ones on how we do from quote to sale really fast. And how do you make $10,000 in 14 minutes was yesterday. 14 minutes. We timed it
at all before 5 a.m.
Oh, Yeah.
Right?
Well, no, I did. Well, no, it all started because of the 5
Oh,
a.m.
that
incident.
happened. Okay, and then all right.
Because we do suggest to clients that they get new equipment, and sometimes they listen, and other times you're like, I know this server's 8 years old, but I think because it has not had a problem, I'm like, literally, there's a problem. That's why I'm here. That's why we're all talking about it right now. But I get it. They want to stretch a little more and depreciate that asset a little more. And then my phone rang at 4 a.m. And or as my wife puts, 3:47 a.m. And we got the server back up and running. And then immediately the quote became interesting again, and we sent it to them, and they immediately paid the quote because we for hardware projects of a larger scale server replacements, we need some money down, and that's a preference that we have. So they paid us, and then we ordered the parts right away because we already had it all queued up to order. So I'm going to walk you through some of that process. It's a little side note to the bigger process of the wiring bit, but a lot of these people are all ones we know that we meet at the chamber. It's a whole process of constantly marketing. You never know when something's on there. I kind of laugh. So I one of the $200,000 job that we got, it just cumulative, not single, but there's a couple of jobs he did, was I was taking selfies, and I meet Corey Ingry. Corey's like, hold the ladder. And I'm like, okay. So I took a selfie while one arm on the ladder and it's shaking. And he's like, hey, you're being an asshole. What are you doing? And I'm like,
we're live. Don't forget we're live.
I know. You can say asshole live.
Oh, we can? Okay, asshole.
How do you come up with 30%?
It's a very complicated equation that it takes a big whiteboard that we work out numbers, and there's letters involved, and it's a very complicated process. We do it. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
How did we come?
Mostly PF Sense. And
you can actually talk to them.
I know. You
can just because this is not exciting.
No, it's like, sorry.
Join us for Vlog Thursday where Tom types for 20 minutes.
I want to answer your question. Anyways, before I checked, so I took a selfie. Corey got mad, but that selfie led to someone else who's I'm friends with on Facebook. And I never really knew exactly what they did. I mean, I'm at the chamber. Turns out their family owns a very large companies and a series of them. That's led to a whole series of clients that I can track back to just the two companies that they partnered in. They seen it and they said, you do that wiring thing, was the reply, because obviously they seen in a selfie that there's a bunch of Corey's got wires and he's holding stuff. And I said, yeah, would you like to come look at a thing at my family's company? And we did. And it took in less than a year, they spent over, like, the first year was over 100,000 in wiring jobs that we got just off of that. It's people that's how you use Facebook marketing. And I'm like, well, there's the traditional way to use Facebook marketing, but B2B is very different. You have to have a lot of business friends, and they might ask you that wiring thing, and you go, sure, I'll stop by for the wiring. It turns out once you learn what company they own, it's very different. So this is how a lot of these jobs have. There's not like some exact science. It's persistence. It's constant marketing. It's following up. It's knocking on doors. It's
right place at the right time.
Right place at the right time.
The old photojournalism thing. F8 and be there.
Hello from Europe.
Yeah. Oh, we have checking in from Taiwan.
I got Willie Howe on there. If you haven't checked out Willie Howe, congratulations. He just crossed the 20,000 subscriber mark.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Good job.
Yes. Check out. If you're on my channel, you're probably on Willie's channel. You're probably on Chris from Crosstalk's channel. All of us cover a lot of the similar topics, and we're all friends with each other. So I don't mind at all. You'll see, I don't mind. We link to each other's videos all the time because someone asks how to do something. I'm like, Willie already has a video on it that's really good. So we throw it out there. So
why reinvent the wheel?
Why reinvent the wheel? I may have a review video that I'll do that they do, because we have different opinions on different things. But when it comes to just like a functional video, like this is how you set something up. And one of them was how to install certificates. Willie's got a great video on it. I'm like, follow Willie's video. I'm not going to do another one. It's the exact same thing. His tutorial is on point and accurate. So back to the business stuff.
Yeah.
So these are all the different ways these jobs come in. And then now we're in the process of, because this person in particular was a little bit different than the other cases. Usually the businesses are funding it. This person's got a bank that's backing it, so that we had to fill out paperwork, which means Marvin
Which
filled out
means I had to
paperwork
fill out paperwork.
because Tom does not like paperwork.
Nope.
And that's one of those things. Tom, there's a big $50,000 job here. Will you fill the paperwork out for? I'm like, oh God.
It was bad enough. He's like, "What? We have to get it notarized."
So I have to get it notarized.
I have to. Oh, come on! I was like, "Well,
Can I press a button?
The notary needs to see you sign it, Tom. Can you at least just sign the paper?"
So I did begrudgingly. I made Marvin print it.
And scan, and then had to scan it and send. Yeah, it was.
I did get it notarized,
but he did sign it and get it notarized.
I hate paperwork a
Tom.
lot. So I hate paperwork. Thank you very much. Do more live shows. We are. By the way, and I'm going to do a review on it. And this is kind of my live review. We have the new AverMedia Pro to do this live. And without having this, we were unable to do live streams before. So this is a new device. This is our first official review. How do you guys are helping me review it? Is this thing on? The fact that you're typing is the.
Can you hear me out there? Hello?
Can you hear me? Is this thing on? So. Anyways, so we're gonna start doing. We plan to probably all the vlogs.
Thanks for the donation, is what we were saying before.
Thanks for the donation. Thank you very much. And we plan to start doing as many.
The Alpha Nerd.
The Alpha Nerd. Thank you very much.
Great name.
I love it.
The Alpha Nerd.
I am happy. So we plan to start doing all the Vlog Thursdays live, and we'll have some scattered ones in between. I like and I see a lot of people have like some of our shop talk ones, and we are absolutely. We may do some of those live. Because we're going to do the food stuff live. Because some of that.
Gosh. Oh no.
Yeah, that's just going to get demonetized. Because I cut a lot of swearing out. There's nothing quite like putting burning hot chocolate in your mouth.
People still talk about that.
I will update the description in here and let you guys who care about this stuff and get you the secret hot sauce page that we're working on.
Ooh.
Yes. So we're working on a hot sauce page. It's not very finished, but I like the way it's coming along.
Our recommended.
Yes, because we're doing some more landing pages for our website. One of them is going to be a hot sauce page because
that's right.
I don't know if it matters at all. There's probably some marketing person who time you're just an idiot. I'm like, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's like the people, and of course I knew they would call me out and tell me I'm wrong we did our ticketing video. And I'm like, well, we're not doing all the ticketing. And they're like, but how do you get all the detail? And my question is always, what are you doing with all that detail you get? Yeah. And sometimes they're like, well, I like to gather it and put it, if you're not doing action with it. And this came up with a great discussion I had. So I was out riding my bicycle and I ran into someone I used to work with at the transportation company. And after he left that company that I used to work for and he works for another one, he's like, man, it's have so many processes that the only answer you get from people is we've always done it this way. And they make them print out each load sheet when it's done, sign it, scan it, and then throw it away. And no one knows why they do it other than they've been doing it for 10 years and have all these filing cabinets and he can't convince anyone in management to change. He goes, there's all these little processes. He goes, we throw away and produce all this paper. And it's just like, yeah. And he goes, if there's no action item with it, then why is there a process for it? If it's not, there's the value in logging, but there's not really the value. If you're not taking action on some of that stuff, then yeah, that's a whole nother issue. From appearances, it seems like you guys have a lot of fun at work. Do you even work? I get that question a lot.
This is work.
This is work.
We're working right now.
I just made $5. See?
Boom!
We're working. Thanks again. You seem to have a lot of I seen the brocade firmware hack. I'm looking into a couple of those. I might do some videos on those. Hi from the Caribbean. You are in a more wonderful place.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Caribbean barbecue and jerk chicken, one of our faves.
On our face.
We love the Caribbean jerk.
And I wish I don't know if I wish I was a full-time YouTuber. So I need to actually work because that's what produces the ideas for my content. So let's get to the title of this. Now that we've rambled and babbled,
right.
Now we'll get to our title of Baby Swing takes out. So takes out server. Server. Small businesses are fun. We love them. And I like it because you get direct contact with the decision makers. It's less bureaucratic, and you get to have titles like Baby Swing Takes Out Server. So they actually, someone said Twitch. I'm all for Twitch. I'm actually considering that too. One of the bigger pictures is live streaming to all the platforms at once as well. So, Hey. So we notice the server's down, but their Wi-Fi works. So we know it's not their internet. We see it offline. They call us, and of course they can't get in the server. We have these pseudo managed clients, and I say pseudo managed because what they are is they don't pay us for full managed services, but they frequently have enough problems that we keep persistent connections of Screen Connect on there. So we have persistent remote access on their server and some of their workstations because they spend so much money with us. But they're not a managed client. They don't pay us monthly for that service. We do it out of convenience, and because we know they will call at least once a week with a billable action. So we suggest they go and manage. We've talked about this. We always suggest you go and manage because you'll actually save money. And you're like, no, I'm not ready to pay and commit to a monthly fee. Okay. Well, then it'll be the fee.
A weekly fee.
A weekly fee. Anyways. So they call in and we see the server's down and we notice we can't get to anything on the network. We're like, yeah, but they're like, oh, this is on Wi-Fi. We find it interesting. Like we do too. So we had to go out there. We told them we went through the usuals. Are lights on this? Nope. Okay. The lights are on the main switch. But, they have another switch. Well, what they had done was they have an area because it's a family business and they're great people. We really do like them. They have an area that the grandchildren bring coming in. There's small babies, and they had a baby swing, and they went to plug something in, and apparently they didn't know that plug that was closest to the server, which is in the other side. They have a plug they ran because they didn't. It's a networking problem where they have a switch behind the server, and I don't know how that switch got. I don't recall us putting it in. Whatever, they unplugged it, and so
they can plug the baby swing.
So they can plug the baby swing in, and it took out all the computers, and they couldn't get work done. So we came over there and plugged it in for them, and they're that happens a lot. So.
It was great when Steve came back. It was like, you guys will never guess what the problem was.
Yeah, you'll never guess what the problem was.
We're like, all right. Well.
So
we're going through all these technical things. He's like, nope.
Yeah. So,
baby swing.
And nonetheless, we solved the problem for him and things like that. So that's life. That's life in small business support land.
But see, how would you create a ticket for that?
Oh, we did. We created an invoice.
But a ticketing. If you have a ticketing system, how do you create a ticket for that?
Yeah,
baby swing screwed up server.
Baby swing screws up server. So you plug them all in. No losses. It was a minor inconvenience and more laughing and things like that.
Yeah.
On to the other topic. So I have some more videos. I'm gonna do more business topics. I don't mind covering them. We're still loving the Invoice Ninja software, which I've done several videos about, which is great. It's really made it very fluid. And like I said about the companies being able to pay us even faster and having a fluid system for that. This is, and if you're not using that software, but always you should be thinking about anything that's a barrier to your clients' workflow with you, whether it's because you've created a convoluted or complex process. And in any time you're stopped thinking efficiently or effectively, you end up with a business that ends up being outdated. Toys R Us. Toys R Us. And this is a general problem a lot of businesses face. So you constantly have to be that innovator all the time and looking at the process all the time. I mean, you can't just keep going, well, it's because we've always done it this way. And so I do like sharing what we do, but I'm also going to have fun with this because 10 years from now, these videos will still be around. They're like snapshots in history. I'm like, we used to do it that way. How did we not see that we should have done it this way? So we got to laugh about that. It's going to be kind of fun seeing these iterations of it. But that's, having that entire smooth process is such a big deal, but we don't mind documenting. We don't mind sharing it. A lot of the stuff I share is because I like seeing other people successful. So I'm going to do more videos on how we do that because I want to see other people succeed. And I don't worry about like competition. And I don't know, I get that question a lot, or why aren't you just giving a teaser and then selling all the training? I'm like, because I can sit here, press record, and I'm coming up on 3 million people have watched our channel. There's a view count you have overall on YouTube. And I'm like, it scales. It's fun. I'm making money with my business and sharing some knowledge to you guys. I think it's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
So hello from Ohio. I am sorry that you're in Ohio.
Ooh. No, he didn't.
We're in Michigan. We got to make fun of Ohio. It's a rule. We don't got much bragging rights here, but
down there. That's why Michigan's shaped like this, so we can just kind of smack Ohio when it needs to.
Yeah. Yeah. So
we love our Ohio people.
Yeah, but Ohio doesn't love Ohio. I mean, you know how many astronauts have come from Ohio? The most of any state.
The most, yeah.
People really want to leave that place.
They want to get off the planet.
They're like, look, I grew up in Ohio. Put me in a rocket.
They looked around and was like, nope.
How far away from Ohio can I go?
The answer,
I've got goals.
The moon.
The moon.
at least so far.
So far. And hello from Brisbane, Australia. I love that there's such an international audience. See, this is another thing. If I try to do this and try to charge all these people, we're just talking about like the money problems you have, even here in the US, the disparity in the economies of what things cost.
Yeah.
And that's like a big challenge because, you look at, we were talking about housing and things like that. My friend who moved from California to here, it's just such a dramatic difference. So when he's in California, housing was absolutely astronomical. And he's like, they're just giving houses away here in Detroit. I'm like, yeah. He goes, but the pay is not quite as good. But now he works remotely. So, and then we were looking at like an 800 square foot house in Sunnyvale, California that closed at $2 million. You're just like, yeah, I live just outside of Detroit and you're talking about a couple $100,000 for a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom acre house that I have.
Yeah.
It's like this. So, scaling all that, that's just, yeah. Other videos I do plan to do, Marvin, I don't know what to do as a live stream because I was going to have a lot of technical cuts inside of it, but we want to talk a little bit about blockchain.
Yeah.
I make a lot of jokes about it. I am not poo-pooing the technology for those who misunderstood my jokes about it. That was mostly on Facebook that I was making fun of it. They're thinking I'm bad. No. I ask what problem does it solve, but I also see the problems it's created because of fluctuating markets and the lack of knowledge. The underlying technology blockchain is very fascinating to me. It can solve some problems that we have, but there's so many other things at play. So that's a really big concern when we're doing all that. So it's just one of the things. We're going to do some videos on blockchain. We're going to get we'll get all that sorted out pretty soon. I want to do something kind of an explainer because a lot of people have questions about it. A lot of people ask us about it.
It's a complicated thing.
It's a very complicated thing for sure. So
we have hello from Finland. We have so much snow, it's not even fun anymore.
So before we ramble on too much more, there are things we have to do. We got several meetings today, but we will definitely do Vlog Thursdays live, perhaps other things live. And make all kinds of stuff. What time is it?
It is 10. Oh, we are officially open now. It is 10:02.
Yep. Officially open. So I got to go unlock the doors. I actually hear someone knocking. So we're going to live this. So we're signing off.
All right.
Wave goodbye.
Bye.
And
thanks for joining us live.
Hi from London, Marvin Tom. Really appreciate it. All right. Awesome.
Well, thanks to everybody who watched us live, joining, especially from all around the world. This is so awesome. An international audience.
Yes.
So
thank you very much.
Yeah. And thank you to the Alpha Nerd.
Thank you for the $5.
For the $5.
Yes, it's going in the hot sauce bucket.
Absolutely, it is. See ya.
All right. Who is knocking on the door? They're pacing and tapping.
Hey, we're still live. I'm just gonna let this go because it's fun for me. Tom doesn't realize he didn't stop the live stream.
What?
The live stream's still going.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just letting it go. I could easily reach over here and turn it off, but it was fun for me.